Bing boing bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. Hey guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. I'd be Toddy One Skip, you wouldn't be. Guys, how are you? And yeah, this is not a good thing. The Whittakers is not a good thing. There's a few things I want to clarify. One, Betty did not go to the hospital. She went to Patrick's house. She was at Patrick's house. Okay? Two, they did not get to see the other family members. So there was talk that they got to see the other family members. They couldn't see the other family members. So they haven't. You know, wow. This is some shit. This is really a horrible, horrible situation. From my understanding, they cannot go back to the house. The house was legitimately condemned. Betty and Larry, I believe, are staying at Patrick's house. And, you know, I've gotten emails from people that know Patrick or that live in the area. And, you know, Patrick has had problems in the past. And I'm not saying Patrick's perfect. And to be honest, I am taking these emails as if they're real. I don't know if they are. I don't know if Patrick wrote to me pretending to be somebody else. I don't know. That's the truth. But this person was pretty critical of Patrick, but then said, you know, in the last several months, he's really shown a change and he's reunited with the family, and he reached out to Eric because he was familiar with Eric's, you know, YouTube channel, and he asked for help. And this is what he got. Now let's look. We don't listen. I'm not going to debate and argue what's right or what's wrong, because right now nobody knows. Nobody really knows unless it's Eric and Patrick. Is that fair? Is that fair to say? So if you're going to show me hate, be constructive about it. Be constructive about it and be fair about it, okay? Because unless you're Eric and Patrick, you don't know either. This is all more or less a guessing game and using common sense. And let me tell you something. My common sense says Eric made a fucking hell of a lot of money. And my eyes show me that the Whittakers, they're not together anymore. Thank you. And yeah, and I mean that sarcastically, because I don't think that's a good idea. Not at all. And it seems like Eric might not be the guy that a lot of you want him to be. Could that be possible? I mean, haven't we been let down before? I mean, you guys, do you really know Eric? Or do you know him from a face on YouTube? Just like me. Just like me. Well, there's stuff coming out about Eric Carroll. And it's not looking good for Eric. And how do you just leave a broken family knowing you were part of breaking them up, take the money, leave the state, and now you don't want to talk about it anymore? Isn't that convenient? So I want you guys to really think about that. Not only is the family broken up, but Betty and Larry are staying with Patrick with no thanks to Eric. Eric left. He didn't check to see if Betty had a place to stay. He doesn't care if Betty had a place to stay. What the hell did Betty do? Oh, that's right. That's right. Betty chose her family over some stranger. And because of that, this is what she gets. Wow. Did he play God? Did he play God? Is he so perfect in his... I don't think so. I don't think Eric's so perfect in his life that he can do that. No. Well, let me show you some stuff that Patrick put out, because, you know, if I had to pick one or the other, I got news for you. I'd pick Patrick over Eric. I really would. I would. How many of you guys think Patrick has better character than Eric? How many of you? I just want to know. In the comments, if you'd put, you know, Eric or Patrick, let me know. But I mean, let me know, Patrick, yes, Eric, yes, which one? Because I'm curious as to how you guys see it. And I did a live, and I will continue to do lives, but what I won't do is allow people to shout at me or call me names or be rude to me or be rude to other people in the comments. You guys don't know each other. Just like we don't know, you don't know me and I don't know you. Okay? So I'm not going to take that. I will delete you from the channel because you can approach me. You could say what you want, but say it with, a little bit of respect. Just, hey, I don't agree with you and this is why. Instead of just telling me maybe, I don't know, calling me a name and walking away. Like, I can totally see why my video wouldn't be for you because it requires some constructive and critical thinking. And when somebody just blanket statements me, it lets me know they have no critical thinking and they're probably dumber than a box of rocks. So, and that's the way I'm going to treat people like that. So I'm happy to take constructive criticism. I was wrong in the Sniper, West Virginia. That's not Patrick. That's not Patrick. It's not. My mistake. Somebody sent me something that proved that it wasn't Patrick's page. Patrick apparently has just the Facebook thing, as far as I know. So my apologies for that. Listen, I'm going to make mistakes. This thing is very fluid. But to beat somebody up because they said that somebody's page was somebody's page when I'm really talking about the content, actually it kind of looks worse for that person because it doesn't look good for Eric because Patrick only had a Facebook page. He didn't have a YouTube page according to what I'm getting here. So guys, if I get things wrong, you could redirect me, but without yelling and screaming. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's watch this because this is more important, in my opinion, than who has a Facebook page or who has a YouTube page.
Hey, Betty. Come out here and sit down, Betty. Come here, Betty.
So, guys, this is Patrick's Facebook channel, and he's doing this live stream. This was last night. But I want you to listen when he says, Betty, come on out here. Somebody says, I don't want to. So listen. Please listen.
Come here, Betty.
Is that what you heard? Because that's what I heard. I heard, I don't want to. Listen again, please. So it's either somebody saying that she don't want to, or it's her saying, I don't want to. I can't really recognize the voice. It kind of sounds husky. But, she's devastated. So, if she's been crying all day and stuff, I don't know what her voice sounds like. But clearly somebody is saying that they don't want to. Or that she don't want to. So.
Waiting on Betty to get out here.
That don't look good on Patrick because it looks like he ain't listening.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. It ain't me, it's trash.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's in here.
How many people thought it was ironic that Betty said something about there being trash? I'm not trying to be funny at all. It just makes me wonder, would she really live like that if she wasn't the only person taking care of difficult adults that don't understand? Maybe that's not the way that Betty chose to live and it just became too much for her. Guys, we figured it out. Betty was born in 52, so she's 72, 73 years old. So she's not young. And
So I brought Betty in here today so she can talk to everybody. Kind of let everybody know what's going on.
so a few of you I saw in his comments said that he was talking to Betty. He must have been talking to Betty. Had Betty on a script. You know what I mean? Like, he was feeding words to Betty. He spent all day telling Betty what to say and all that. That's speculation, isn't it? Because unless you're Betty, unless you're him, we don't know.
Deborah, no, we wasn't allowed to see Tammy, Lorraine, or Ray. Michelle Mullins, can you hear us? Everybody's telling you they love you, Betty.
I love you.
How you feeling right now, Betty?
I feel okay. I'm just tired. And worrying a little bit.
Yeah, dead tired and worried because she was up all night worrying about her nonverbal, mentally challenged, genetically deficient family that she can't see. And good luck talking to them. None of them are verbal, so how's that going to be? How sad.
So the audience is kind of, they're kind of interested in wanting to know why I took money from you guys.
You ain't take no money from us. That was Eric.
Well, I mean, they're curious. They seem to think that I took money from you, so.
No, Pepper didn't take no money from us. Eric got all the money.
So guys, I just want to do a little bit of critical thinking here, okay? So let's say Patrick took the money. I don't think he did. I think that Eric has the money. He says he has the money, right? So if Eric gave Patrick money, let's play this out, please. If Eric gave Patrick money that Patrick was supposed to give to the Whittakers, and the Whittakers didn't know about it, Patrick still would have been taking the money, but the Whittakers would not have known about it. I'm not saying that's the situation here. I'm just saying, how could Betty know everything? Again, just critical thinking.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious about something. Whenever you and Eric went over there to get that protective order that day, and you come back home, did you have a copy of that protective order in order for you to know that you were supposed to be going to court on the 4th?
No, he didn't give me no copy of it.
Now, guys, we could say we're going tit for tat here. First of all, there's a family at stake, so there's no real tit for tat here. This is about character assassination. This is about good characters. So I'm not mad at Patrick coming here and defending himself, because Eric has said a lot of shit about Patrick, and Patrick kept his mouth shut. And Eric just kept going and going and going. Now he's finally sticking up for himself. He should. I have no problem with that. Do we know what's true? We still don't know what's true. We're going to have to, unless somebody's going to actually show us something, we're going to have to decide who's the one that deserves the character assassination.
He kept it.
Yeah.
That's how come I told him I couldn't go because I didn't have the order.
Yeah, well, we need to get that straightened up. That seems to be an issue.
I am not 1,000% sure of what Betty said there. I'm not even 100% sure of what Betty said there. What I think, I don't know if she said we went there the day that we did the water, or if she said order at the end of that. So I don't know. I've tried to listen a few times. I can't make it out. I don't know. But clearly she says she didn't have the paperwork. She didn't have a copy of it. She should have. I mean, her family. But, you know, Eric knew what was best. And again, that's me just believing what Betty's saying.
No, I'm not mad at anybody. I just, the truth comes out. It comes out on anybody. So I'm not worried about it. No, she doesn't know just what you tell her. She knows what's going on. She's very aware.
See, somebody thought that he was feeding her a story to say, and he's like, no, she's aware of what's going on. Nobody's telling her anything. It's up to you to believe that or not believe that.
You're right, Larry Woods. It was. That's exactly how it was. That's how it's supposed to be on all 7 platforms. but I only control one platform, which is my own. And
So I guess there's 7 platforms that were making money. I don't know what Larry's saying. I would assume he was saying, shouldn't the Whittakers have been getting paid from these platforms? That's all I can assume. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. It's assumption.
the Whittakers got paid from that platform, but it went into Eric's pocket. So that's where we're going to go with that. There's proof to show that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Eric said that too, right? I'm pretty sure that Eric said that as well, that he's got the money, and he's decided what everybody should be getting paid because, Eric's almighty. Almighty Eric.
Nobody's been able to see Timmy, Lorraine. Nobody.
So, guys, I just want to show you these 2 receipts from what appears to be Patrick's Venmo, where it clearly shows that Patrick received $1,000 from Eric Carroll, but then it also shows that Patrick paid Eric Carroll. So my curiosity here would be, if you didn't have money or you had no access to this money, how did you get paid? Was it the money from your Facebook channel that made this kind of money and this was his split? It's unclear. Also, guys, Patrick has said that he bought a bunch of pizza for everybody, and if you look underneath the money that he paid Eric, it says $125 at Angelo's Pizza. You think Patrick ate that all by himself? Or do you think maybe there's truth in that? I don't know. Critical thinking.
Yeah, I took all that money for my house. That's why my house looks the way it does, right? And then we have everybody say it. Eric said I was a sex offender. Look at my record, people. Go find it. Show it to me.
As far as I know, there is nothing about that. There is nothing about that. So, that's slander and libel there.
It's hard to trash a condo whenever you can't walk.
So obviously Patrick's responding to comments that Eric had said that people believe and take as gospel from Eric. Not knowing who Eric is, that's the stuff that gets me. We don't know who Patrick is either. So we have to use our critical thinking. Because Eric got to the microphone first, we're going to believe him? This guy, what has he shown us? What has he shown us? That he makes money off of other people's plight? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get into this today. This is the first video coming out this morning that I'm putting out. There's some other things that I have that show proof about what Patrick is saying. So we'll have that video up later. Guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. This is their story. What's yours? Please like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. And hit the notify bell because it seems like I'm going live on this channel more than I thought I would in regards to this Whittaker situation. Thank you so much, guys. I so appreciate your support. You guys have been very, very kind. So I thank you so, so much. Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.